Black Wall Street is now online, baby. That's right. Visit the GW District. Shop the very best in men's and women's apparel and accessories, home decor, office supplies, books, pantry items, and so much more. The GW District is a retail marketplace of Black-owned products and media. We're both veteran and Black-owned, and we're bringing you the best online shopping experience with products made by small businesses. Come and experience the GW District difference today at shopgwdistrict.com. That's shopgwdistrict.com. The GW District, a retail marketplace of Black-owned products and media.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
You know, men are so visual too. Like if you're just doing like a lot of, you know, they just love it, and it's on their wallet.
Like all I could hear was just slurs, not just racial slurs, like the F word, the N word, some other word I don't even know how to spell. Like a bunch of slurs, very derogatory words, calling people names.
Supposed to be in a society where we're supposed to be more progressive,
especially because there's so many down low people in the BIPOC community, even in Latino culture, because it's so frowned upon just from our like elders that a lot of people don't even feel comfortable saying it out loud, and so they have these that like
Interested in finding the new girl, and I think there's still a lot of companies out there, that are still interested in that. But for me, I don't have patience. I just don't. I don't have patience. And
I color correct them to shoot like a boy-girl scene. I was like, buddy, like this is too much. And we get ready to shoot. There's a camera behind me and a light. Like it's like like the bright light. Every time I move away from it, you see the light. And I was like, can I please move it? And he's like, afterward, he's like, you can take the camera out editing. Nobody's trying to do that. Nobody.
because we can't deny that these things are affecting us. Like we all have families that have children in school, and it just doesn't really feel safe right now out there in the climate. And like if you can completely distract yourself from that, like good on you for having complete ignorance. Like I'm sorry, but it's death in my face. I get death threats all the time. You can't hate me. I hate.
just the best I can put it.
I hear you. How many episodes does this make?
I'm trying to think. It's like, because right now published as of today is 313.
Damn.
But I probably recorded, waiting to be dropped, probably close to 450. So it like put it this way: total with what's out now and what's on the way, probably 450.
That's insane.
Yeah,
That's a lot of work.
Well, actually, and like I said, I'm talking about dropping on the Smokers Lounge drops every Tuesday and Thursday, and then I have Bonus Smoke Fridays and Savage Smoke Saturdays, and that's where like the interviews for like the ladies or what have you, for ladies talent, that most talent interviews, and like Tuesdays and Thursdays when I bring somebody back, or it's in the case of yourself, a cinematographer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that for that, or a special smoke situation where I might drop it on a Monday, wherever, depending upon if I'm doing video or what have you. And then of course the subscription-based part of the podcast, the Premium Smoke Room, that's 6 podcasts that drop weekly. So yeah,
a week you said?
Weekly, yeah. We been majority of the podcast, except for Kelly Shins, has been on hiatus because of his article.
Because of what?
because of Exotica. Because
Oh yeah.
you actually shot one of my fellow co-hosts,
Who's that?
the Pilgrim.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's
Yeah,
funny.
so of course I'm going to ask you about all that and what y'all have going on because I mean, yo, from the first time I talked to you, man, y'all have been killing it. Y'all
Appreciate it.
have killing it. So let me do these particulars, and we can get this wonderful show on the road.
Sounds good, man. I'm all in. Appreciate all of that.
No doubt, no doubt. So with that being said, welcome to the Smokers Lounge, people, here on Anchor, the perfect app for anyone trying to start their own podcasting career. All you got to do is download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm and get yourself a profile. I'm your host, Captain Officer of a Champ, aka the Porn Rap Star. Find all my links with one link in one place. allmylink.com/Porn Rap Star. We have three wonderful sponsors. First one being LS World, the Facebook of the LS community. Get a profile today. The hottest online mag in the game, Eroticism Magazine.com. Go there today, give them a subscription. Get it paperback and mail to you, or get it digital and look at it online. And last but not least, but black owned, XSiteBunny.com for your consumers. A new place for you to consume great XXX content. And for you creators, 90% profit. They offer health care and no hashtag issues. So whether you're a consumer, whether you're a content creator, get a profile at xsitebunny.com. Also, as you know, we're a proud member of the GW District Black Podcasting Network. And go over to shopgwdistrict.com and shop and get wonderful products from over 500 Black-owned boutiques and shop. Also, you can check us out on SkyhawkAfterDarkTV.com, as well as the BGP LLC app, which you can download on your phone, or you can check it out on your desktop in your browser. So with that being said, I'm going to show up and let this man who I'm bringing back to talk about his wonderful, wonderful company. I'm going to show up and let him reintroduce himself.
I am the cinematographer of Blush Erotica. I'm one of 4 partners in Blush Erotica. We have a sensual voiceover, hardcore erotica site. And yeah, that's about the gist of it.
and truth be told, what y'all doing, like we talked about before, is something that's never been done before. Because you never really had the voiceover through the whole scene. And plus the way that y'all do it, it works. It's not corny. Because you remember back in the day, the porn with the corny ass music.
Yeah, man, of course.
Corny ass music. So it's kind of like, so y'all, the way that y'all do it, you know, it's not corny. So it's like, did you ever think about that?
What do you mean about the corny aspect of porn back in the day, or what?
Well, that and like for example, all right, like if you decide you want to put music and you thought about how corny the music was back then, right? You know what I'm saying? You would implement it in a way that you would feel it wouldn't be corny, it would make sense, it fits everything. So now with that, we're talking about you putting words. It ain't just music, you putting words. You have someone actually talking. And a lot of times in porn, people want to hear the moaning, the groaning. They really don't want to hear it. But y'all brand is built off of having the erotic poetry, the erotic story, or the erotic audio that is within that of the video. And a lot of people can fuck up and make it corny as shit, but y'all don't. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
So,
Appreciate it.
so how do you pick which fits what? so that it makes sense and it makes the scene high and it adds to the scene, not distracts from the scene.
Well, one, I want to mention that besides the words, a lot of people may not notice, but I believe personally that it enhances the video. But there's other tracks in the video besides just the words. I have moaning sounds, I have blowjob sounds, I have, like pussy smacking sounds and like all kind of stuff that I'd throw in there. Um, we recently got our main voiceover artist, Lady Apollo, who's fucking amazing. But we recently got her an ASMR microphone, so we're about to start experimenting with like real quality ASMR sounds. But yeah, man, to answer the question, really, I just sit down and like, it's not even just me anymore. It's the whole team. They kind of um, put together the story with me.
Mm-hmm.
The writers are amazing. We're getting better and better writers all the time. The more our company grows, just the better our talent gets, including, Lady Apollo, who's been with us from the beginning. But, I can see her growth throughout this whole time. And it's just really coming together, man. And honestly, it didn't start off this way. So I can't like take all the credit for like building something out that exists today. It just grew and I grew with it.
Yeah, because it's like even to like the names that you now have attached to your projects. Of course, Billy Pilgrim. I mentioned him, my buddy, for Pilgrim on. I got to say it right. Excuse me. Pilgrim on Wrestling. Yeah. And every Wednesday we talk about pro wrestling, me and him, and he just touted. He was just so happy to work with you guys. I mean, literally, he was like, "Yo, I get to work with Blush," and it was like when I sat back and I looked, I said, "These guys are really becoming mainstream fast." You get what I'm saying? Like some companies, it takes them a minute. Y'all been
Right.
doing this for about what year, 2 years, and
Yeah, we're on here
and
too.
y'all on track for AVN shit, AVN certification, and the whole nine. Period. Because what I tell people when they say, "Well, what do you mean by AVN certification?" You're listed in that black book that AVN be passing out at AVNs that lists all the companies that is associated with them. They follow, they watch the whole nine. I mean, that's facts. That you are eligible for an ABN award through them. Period. And you had to that elite status to a lot of sense because even to the names that you had, I think y'all had a series about a cabin with the ladies.
Yeah, we did a lake house. It's
Yeah, yeah. I forgot. Damn, I talked to somebody about that.
mm,
So I mean, and it was an all girl affair. Was it Luna Lark?
yeah, Luna Lark.
Yeah, okay, it might have been Luna Lark that talked about that and stuff. And I mean, she would tell me about the cabin and stuff like that. How did y'all go about putting that together?
So um we moved to a remote location in New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm.
And, we lived in LA. That's where we moved from. I used to go back and forth between LA and Vegas, and that's where I did 90% of my shoot. So when we moved out here, we met up with a model named Princess Dandy.
Mm-hmm.
And really, we've just been kind of like working with her a lot. And when it
Mm-hmm.
came to the lake house, we wanted to travel to shoot, but we weren't feeling it at the time. So instead, we decided to rent a lake house and invite some models down and just have a shoot there instead of going out to Vegas where we would normally do our shoots. And
Mm-hmm.
it worked out, man. We had a bunch of girls come out. We cooked every day, had meals. It was fun. We did like, s'mores on the fire, and it was just a lot of fun. Honestly, I think we all have fun. Everybody got great content out of it, and our goal out of it was to create a series that we could turn into a DVD, and that's where we're doing. Now.
It's interesting that you said a DVD because I remember time people filmed to make a DVD. Now they don't do that anymore. You
They
know,
should.
Uh, I mean,
They
I'm
should.
because it was like a conversation I had with somebody. I said I had a DVD which was called "Bringing Sweetness to Big Country," and it was
Hmm.
centered around me being a boss man and all the girls, all my female employees wanted to fuck me or what have you. Different scenarios of how it would happen. I even had it where I went to a psychiatrist or a therapist and she gave me pussy. You feel me?
That's dope. That's dope.
know, but it was like that's what the industry filmed towards. I remember Superstar Triple X. She had Big Mama's House, Denali there. She had Man Eater, which was a banging ass fucking movie, yo. That shit was hot. I remember
Huh.
Vision Boy. So it's like, so you're bringing back kind of what the old school way of thinking when it comes to filming and how you're going to package the content.
Yeah, I think it's an important milestone for every company and performer to have a tangible item. Aside from all the other different ways that you can make money, you know, in porn and in content, it's important to have a tangible item for a bunch of reasons. One being when you actually do attend conferences and have your own booth, you need something to sell. You need something to pass out. And a lot of times, when you're looking for recognition for from companies like XBiz and AVN, that's one of the things that they look for. They look for through your catalog, and your catalog needs to be diverse. And one of those things is, in my opinion, is DVDs. I don't think that's and the other thing is, I recently went into an adult bookstore and just happened to ask about their DVDs, and they say they're still flying off the shelves. So I don't know what anybody's talking about.
But see, truth be told, 'cause people still have VH, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me, DVD players. And plus, you also got to think on the international market. Period. It's just finding the places. Because I remember Cliff and Sale used to be able to, they had a DVD store where you sold DVDs. And
Clips for wait, Clips for Sale used to do DVDs.
yeah. Oh, bro.
Huh.
I ate well off of DVD.
Yeah, man, people still do.
Bro, it like put it this way, like I'll sit there and I'm sitting here filling out, and this is when, I mean, I don't know like your setup, but like you know what I'm saying, you had the DVD burn program or what have you. Got to make the DVD, put it together, the chapters and stuff. Then you got to then the hard part of it is you have to cut down the scenes sometimes, depending on how many scenes you want on that DVD, to fit an hour and 45 minutes or an hour and 50
Uh,
minutes. Because the
I mean,
DVDs wouldn't let you, unless you had spent the money like the big companies that were able to get DVDs that can go for 4 hours or something like that.
right.
DVDs to this day, if you get a blank DVD, is an hour and 50 minutes that you got on there.
Okay, interesting. Good to know. Good to know.
So, and that one I used to burn my own. So you talking about I used to sit there and get an email, and I got 20 titles, and I get an order for one title, like dude, an order eat the whole store. So I
Mm,
can burn that. I'm talking about sending it to London, Brazil, yes, Afghanistan. I sent it out there to Israel, the United States, Canada. Shoot, I had a strong fan base that were buying DVDs in London.
that's awesome.
Yeah, so
I
it's
can see that though. 'Cause a lot of countries can't access the same channels online. They have to get DVDs.
so shoot. Now here's the other question, because I was seeing these places. Because I know you put your stuff at a lot of places. Have you ever thought about going the path of Rukio or what one of these like adult film streaming services that I'm starting to see pop up?
Well,
For
I don't know if you know this, but we're on adult time now. So
what I
that's
was
like
trying to get to.
Yeah, so that's one of the most popular adult streaming services.
Yes,
But we're also on Hot Movies, we're on Adult Empire, we're on AEBN, we're on
yeah.
a lot of different streaming.
But I'm on A, B, N, and hot moves.
Yep.
I just
Yep.
ain't.
But Roku recently took down the adult channels.
Oh,
So
damn.
it's yeah, it kind I think it was just the last 2 months or so ago. And
Mm,
it kind of, it's put a little dent in the streaming,
mm.
but
Shit. Well, see, I mean, when it comes, but with adult time, because it was interesting, I was looking at it. I said interesting because it was like I was just thinking, why they just ain't got like a Netflix for porn? And then,
right, right.
as soon as I said it, about 2 months later, I see adult time. So tell everybody adult time. What is the advantages of being on a streaming service of that nature?
Well, so here's the thing. Usually we can look at the analytics of where we're getting our traffic from,
Hmm.
and we can tell you the benefit of being on certain platforms.
Yeah.
However, when it comes to adult time, they kind of just send us our breakdown at the end of the month to let us know, what we've earned. But
Hmm.
the benefits of being on these channels are just broadening your audience. So if you have a website, and you're reaching out to all these different people through these streaming services, they're going to come and look up, the rest of your stuff on your website. So I noticed that we've had a lot of traffic, a lot more traffic in the last few months, and I don't know if it's attributed to adult time or what, but you know that's one of the
I
benefits.
think it's well, one, truth be told, the work you've been doing has been getting noticed heavy, and from my look at it, and it probably does, and probably adult time probably had a hand in it too, because like I said, people want to binge and stream like that on Netflix, so they actually how can I put this, scratched an itch that people probably had, like I'm probably one of the only person. Damn, they ain't got a Netflix for porn. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Not a Pornhub, not an X video. No, it's I get to stream it. I get to see the shit. Just like when you go into the adult film stores and they had a little booth back there, you can go put in the money and you can watch the different channels of the different
Right.
scenes and shit. That on your TV. So I think yeah, adult time is to me on the outside looking in. And me knowing the business, shit, if I could have got my shit on the adult time, I probably would have.
Right.
You named off. And this other part, people sleep on AEBN and they sleep on hot movies.
They do. I don't know why. It's important to be on all channels.
Yeah, because also what people don't realize, one, they're grandfathered in, and two, they reach countries.
Right. Exactly.
They reach
Exactly.
countries is period.
Exactly.
Because oh
And
man.
and those people can't look at your stuff any other way.
See, that why I tell people it's a business. So part of that is also finding the right spots to put your stuff to where it gets the most traction or money. If it don't get money, the most attention. You
Right.
know,
Right. Right.
everything's a rollout.
Yes, indeed.
So speaking about rollouts, because I see that one, you got some award winning folk on your you on your camera. I saw Alfonso Lays.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, him and Sarah Arabic, that division look hot for that. How was it working? First of all, the feeling of working with someone that actually won an AVN, because it's like it it's one thing to be in this business and be a you being a cinematographer, you being the cameraman, you actually had your camera on a guy that actually won an AVN. So how
Right.
did it feel working with him and also knowing kind of it? This is a big moment because and a milestone in many ways. You feel what I'm coming
Right.
from? Because this is a top male talent at the top of the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. Well, one, Alfonso Lays and I've been rocking for a minute. So, we're boys. It's always great to work with him. He comes in, he puts in work. Never a problem, never an issue. You know, I, I look for him whenever we travel. I'm like, where's my folks at? So that's one. But I can't take away from like the hard work that, like, I can't separate him from the Billies, from the, from everybody I work with, because all these people are putting in work. Billy, I gotta say, is a really amazing actor. Like, he's somebody that you're gonna really want to put in your movies because he's gonna carry a scene. But same thing with Alfonso. Me and Alfonso did the Specimen Collector with Dandy, and he came through with his lines that was on point. One take, everything was one take, everything was great, good to go. So, in my time, I've worked with a lot of people, and I just got to say that, man, it's some of the most talented people that I've ever met in my life are in this industry.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because from talking to so many people, man, it's like how many backgrounds we came from, you know, jobs that we actually have now outside of the business. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I too love hearing everybody's story.
Yep, yep.
It's beautiful
And we
because
all hustle, man. We all hustle. We are all a family of hustlers. That's what we do, you know? So I love it. I love being around the energy, love being around the people, love making the projects, man. It's just it's a lot of fun, man.
yeah, because I mean, it was like every time I look up, like y'all had hot ass Hollywood. I said, okay,
Yeah,
these
Edie,
motherfuckers, they
that's
good,
the
right?
homie. That's the homie.
I'm sorry, it's it it like this. It speaks to the reputation that y'all building in the industry. And a lot of people don't understand the importance of a company having the right reputation to allow them to make the best moves and make the most money in this business.
Right. Yep.
Period. And um, just speaking to people that are producers, directors, cinematographers, what are some of the things they need to take into account when they're on set about being professional on that end? I'm not talking about the talent. I'm talking about the people, you know what I'm saying, the cameraman, the whole nine. Because you have situations where cameramen act stupid. You
Right.
know, I've even from my experience seen some shit. You get what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like, why are you whipping your dick out? You the cameraman. I don't get it. It's
Right.
you know,
See, man, and that's the crazy thing, is that, like, for the from the outside looking in, it's easy to think of this as a good time.
mhm,
But every single person that steps on my set and every other set wants to get in, get their content, and get out. They don't want to be, they don't want somebody like commenting on the way they look and what their titties look like and what their pussy look like. And, they want somebody that's going to respect them. For me personally, like to this day, I won't watch you get dressed. I won't watch you get undressed. Like, I'm just there to work. So if you getting dressed, I'm gonna mind my business over here in the corner. Check my cameras, make sure my SD cards are, you know, empty or whatever I got to do. But like that's my advice, man. Just treat it like a business. Respect them. These women and these men are at their most vulnerable when they got their clothes off. So like how you treat them on set, makes a huge difference.
yeah. Because it's to the point that, and on this side of the fence, and you can speak to this, I tell females, it's not necessarily the male talent you got to worry about impressing so much. It's the cameraman, the director, and the producer. And the reason why, because one, they talk to other producers and directors. Two, they also have very much strong say so on who the fuck comes back.
Oh, of course.
So speak to that. So ladies and gents that go on these sets understand I'm not bullshitting when I say that shit.
Yeah, I mean, there are some companies that, whether I like it or not, they're gonna hire the same girls. And understandably why. Now that, I run a business, or I partially run a business, I totally understand, how it works. And sometimes you might not want the person to come back, but it's a good business decision. But
Mm-hmm.
in general, like especially for like freelancers, that definitely, definitely making a good impression on the cameraman and the producers is everything.
Yeah.
Like, that's your ticket in. A lot of the times, like there are times that I work with male talent or I work with female talent, but there are people who I don't really want to work with for one reason or another.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, I let it be known. And I don't have a problem with the fact that they're working with these people, but I just don't want to be a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So I mean, I don't know if that answers your question, but
No, I get what you're saying because it's kind of like, for example, like when uh my cameraman might have shot a female that I wouldn't work with.
right,
Necessarily understand I wasn't, and I let him know I'm not gonna be the male talent for that. And he found another male talent. You get what I'm coming
right,
from?
right.
Because at the end of the day, you have your reasoning for who you may not want to work with them or what have you.
Yep.
Because when it comes down to it, us as producers, on the director, on behind the camera, we don't want, how can I put this? We want the shoot to go smooth. We don't want no
Yeah.
bullshit. We don't want no headache. We don't want no girl to come on here acting like a diva, being a bitch, trying to tell you how to use the camera,
Right.
how you should work the camera, or what have you. Period. I mean, no, I had a female actually ask me what type of camera do we use, and then when I asked her, I said, "Well, have you ever looked at our scene?" No, I don't watch porn.
She hasn't done her homework. That's
You know
funny.
what I'm
But
saying?
want to know what kind of camera you got. Because at
Yeah,
the end of the day, it doesn't matter what kind of camera you got. If you know how to produce a good scene, cam I just bought a brand new camera 2 months ago, and
mhm.
I'm struggling trying to learn how to use it. So none of that shit matters.
Yeah, because I'm not even gonna front. It's like the higher up the camera you get, bruh, it's a lot of work, and not just to use it, to get the shit off of it.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
get the shit off of it.
That's the hardest. That's what I'm working with right now, man. The camera we got is a 8K. It shoots 8K, but we're shooting in 4K right now because it's way too much work to process that 8K footage.
Mhm.
It's coming though. We're coming. We're coming for that 8K. We're coming for that movie theater quality. We're coming for a lot of things. Honestly, it's an exciting time.
You hit it because like I said, it's like I tell people. Um, okay, I got the. I don't know if I want to ask you that question because I don't want to kill the illusion.
Wait, what'd you say?
I don't want to kill the illusion. Now, I want to ask you, what ethnicity you is, but I leave it alone. Um, to
What
me, it's
ethnicity?
yeah.
Black, man.
Oh, okay then. Okay, I went crazy. I said, yeah, he sound like a brother guy. Though. Yeah.
Nah, man, I'm black, man. I'm from Oakland, man. I'm from Oakland. I may not sound like it,
Okay.
but yeah.
Oh no,
I
but you sound like a brother. Don't get it twisted. Yeah,
yeah.
Oakley, you know what I'm saying. But how important is it? Because I've been having conversation about black porn in general, what have you, and you being a brother at the same token. Um, how important is it for black porn stars to tell their story? with the point that they do, because we always hear the term, control the narrative, and we sit here and talk about DVDs, and also I see the stories that y'all come up with. How important is it for us to tell our story through porn?
It's very important. But I like I'm trying to understand exactly how you mean how
Okay,
important
put it this
the
way, like,
is.
like I had a conversation with Go Go Fuck Me, and she was saying stuff that relates to black people,
Right.
in porn or what have you, versus what we see that white people see of us when it comes to the porn scenes. You get where I'm coming from?
Right.
Period. Those type stories, what have you. Um, that's what I meant by how important it is for us to tell our stories. You feel what I'm coming from? Our situation. We take our situation and turn it into porn.
Right.
You
Right.
get,
I mean,
yeah.
it, it's very everybody's story has to get out, and it's very important to tell everybody's story, but especially for black people.
Yeah.
Black people are we're undervalued. Period. You know, w- it's a lot of there's no we don't have the respect that everybody else gets, and that's well known fact. So it's very important. It's very important for black people to muscle their way into every position that they can get into, and start put making our stamp in this industry, in every industry. Period. But I yeah, it's
Because,
very
because it's like when I look at you, let's say Black Touch, as well as it was another company that I saw. It's the cinematry of it, cinematicness of it that y'all
okay.
bring to the table. You feel what I'm coming from? It's like because I understand the game that you right now in is porn. You're not necessarily catering to one side of the fence per se. You're not catering to just doing black porn. You're not catering to just doing racial. You're not catering to just doing boy girl. You get where I'm coming from? You
Right.
you do girl on girl. You do boy girl. You do uh everything. You feel what I'm saying? I've seen that y'all have done fetish. You feel what I'm saying? Solos. So
Yeah,
it's kind of like with
it's
each things that y'all do, y'all tell a story. You feel me? So
right.
it's kind of like now is how can I put this? How do y'all? It's like y'all have a story for everything, and it's beautiful. I know people listen to the show like, "What the fuck you trying to get to, Bob?" But no, it's what it is that one. A lot of people don't know. I don't think if on the outside looking in that you a brother.
Probably not. I don't think people really know what I look like. Period.
Yeah. So and I'm starting to see more brothers getting in power positions of porn. And I even heard having a conversation with Richard Mann about him eventually thinking about, talking about, yes, he said it on one of the shows, so it's not alleged, of him buying a company or what have you. So how important is it,
Company.
yeah, buying a company and that is mainstream and, blah, 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 blah. Okay.
Uh,
So you're heading towards mainstream. It's not even a question. And you're going to be in a game where it's mostly white boys. So do you ever think about that to a certain extent? Because understand, yeah, people don't see your face, what have you, but the big dogs are going to see you. They have no choice because you're doing the kind of work. You're the cameraman, and you're part owner of this business. You feel what I'm saying? So you're now going to be. Think about it. You have the possibility to get nominated for one of the cinematography things for AVN, and might be the first brother to ever get it.
I don't know, man. You're gonna knock me off before that happens. They're gonna Dr. King me.
She gonna let it happen. But no, but knowing that walking into the game, where's your thought process?
I have none, man. I don't care about what they think. I'm
Mhm.
just trying to fill a niche in the market, and really that's it, man. You know, they go last year my motto was they're gonna say my name. This year, I'm just like, we just like fuck you, pay me, really. See.
Mhm.
So I mean, we got nominated last year for AVN and XBiz, so we're happy about the nominations. I don't think we got nominated for like new site, so I don't think we're gonna like compete in any category this year. I'm not worried about that. I'm just, I'm just gonna keep pushing out bigger and better stuff and
But, but,
getting,
but, 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 but you can't sit here and tell me that a part of you just don't smile knowing you got nominated, though.
oh yeah, yeah, man. But it's one
Don't sit
it's
here and
one
give that sort of flex and then don't say, it. Come on, bro. Let's keep it real. You keep,
No, it's one of those things that, man, we work every single day, all day, for the most part, 7 days a week, and it's really something you got to look back on rather than like, like it's hard to just stop and look back and be like, damn, we got nominated when there's so much fucking work to be done, you know.
Mhm.
So I'm looking forward to that big payoff. I mean, I of course I love and appreciate the fact that we even made it up there. One of those categories we didn't even put ourselves in the running. I don't even know how we got there. So I love and appreciate the hell out of that. But like,
I'll be putting in work, bro.
just wait till we have a conversation this time next year, and you'll understand why I'm not even thinking about those awards. We got some major shit coming. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's because I mean, don't get it twisted. When it comes to the awards, you if you in the business as awards for it, you're gonna want to actually be nominated at some point. But it's not the ultimate goal. It's just some people treat it as ultimate goal. At me, I look at it just a bonus. You know,
Right.
it's and two, if you win it, it's a real bonus. But but
Yeah.
shit, but no, but it also gives you a how can I put this? It helps you assess where your company is at. And see, that's another thing that people don't realize. Because if you do get nominated, that means that your company is moving in the right direction. That
Yeah.
means people are watching, paying attention. They're feeling what the fuck you're doing. Because it's as much as people talk about nominations, it's fucking hard to get nominated to begin with. Even
Yeah.
if
I mean,
it's fan vote, you still got to have the fans to get nominated.
yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right about that. I mean, and like I said, man, it ain't like I don't appreciate it all at all, but like it like like uh, some things you got to put in the flex bucket, some things you got to put in the for profit bucket.
Mm,
A nomination is just a flex,
that,
and it's not really, it don't always equate to dollars. So
nah.
like this year, I'm like, what the fuck do I need that for? Like, we're trying to build up our business and make it do what it do, and flexing ain't in the path for the year. But for next year, right, when we reach our this year goal for next year, we're gonna put out a real cinema quality movie. I don't have the concept yet. I just know that we're gonna do it. We just bought a cinema camera.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's the 8K camera I'm telling you about. It's fucking crazy. So we're gonna put out a real movie, and that real movie will get a real nomination and possibly a real award.
Yeah.
And that's the plan for that. But for now,
And see, I'm gonna tell you what's funny. That watch after y'all do that, how many motherfuckers copy what y'all do? And start
right,
dropping movies. They have a whole movie on OnlyFans.
right, exactly. And that's where they'll put it too. That's where it'll end up on OnlyFans.
Yeah,
If we do a whole movie, that shit is gonna end up in film festivals and
yeah,
everywhere else.
yeah. Because all it is the editing shit. Because you can edit
Yep,
this scene to where it's an actual movie if you know how to edit right. See, keyword
yep,
edit
Yep.
right. So now speaking about that, um, two things I want to get to before we close this out. You we talked about you and Billy, and I saw they you paired them back up with the lovely Lyric Sky. Shouts out to her and everything. How was Exotica in Miami this year for y'all?
Exotica was insane, man. We shot we shot 17 scenes for sure. I believe we may have shot one more than that,
Mhm.
but 17 in total. So it was crazy, man. It was insane. Like we were turning them out every 2 hours, and you know, for whatever reason, I think it's because people are starting to take us seriously as a company. But
Mhm.
most times when people book shoots during the convention, someone flakes.
Yeah.
We were fortunate enough to have, you know.
Now, I want my listeners to understand this. Was any of these shoots paid or all this was content trade?
I'm sorry.
Was any of these shoots paid shoots that you was paying peak talent?
Oh
Or
yeah,
they all
definitely.
or were they all
Def-
content?
some of it, some of it was paid, some of it was content trade. But either way it went, nobody, everybody came through.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say there was one or two, actually one that didn't work out, but it wasn't that they weren't there. It was just a situation came up that it didn't get to happen. But
Yeah.
otherwise, like everybody came through, and I'm like grateful for that.
Now, because I've been hearing that a lot of companies been doing what is called the paid trade,
Yep.
or what have you. Tell everybody, explain to everybody, to my listeners, what is a paid trade so they can understand what it is.
Paid trade is basically incentive to get you to come and shoot. So you'll come, you'll shoot with us, we'll pay you small definitely a much smaller rate,
Yeah.
but you'll also walk out with the content.
Mhm.
So we both get the content, you get money and the content.
Now, from the world that I eventually came from and born, you either did content trade or you got paid. Okay, I mean the
Right.
game has changed drastically since I've been here. I've been here since 2006. And
Hmm.
why do you think the game changed to paid trade? Because I heard that big companies are doing it too. On below, what have you. Because
Because here's the thing.
but
Some of these girls don't need you at all. Some of these girls make money. So why do they need to shoot with you? Why do they need to be on your site? The only incentive for them would be because you do great camera work. But it's not enough of an incentive for them to sell you their whole scene for you to exclusively make money from. So a lot some this isn't the case with all of it, all the situations, but some of them, that's what paid trade is about. I know at least two of my shoots in August, that's the situation for that. Like they don't need me, and I just appreciate the fact that they're willing to shoot for me. So I'm willing to give them the whole content and give them money.
and to at the same token, um, you okay. This is the argument that you probably run into. I already know because I know how motherfuckers think in this business. Well,
Okay.
how is it that she gets the same scene that you get? Ain't that gonna fuck up your money? Ain't that gonna mess up your money? Ain't that gonna mess up your sales?
Nope, not at all. Not at all. And then plus, here's the thing. We have a very diverse portfolio when it comes to where our scenes live. Everybody doesn't have that diverse portfolio. So maybe all she sells on is OnlyFans, or all she sells on is OnlyFans and mini vids. Maybe I allow her to make her mini vids money, and I make my money off AEBN and hot movies, and there's enough money out there for everybody. There's enough avenues and streams of income, like, and then at the end of the day, one, three people, five people having the same scene has never stopped anybody from getting money.
Because I'm gonna tell you what people don't realize, and it's the simplest thing. It takes more than one scene to make money.
Right?
it,
Man,
you
exactly.
look, I'm here to tell people, it took me 6 months to get my first sale, 1 year to the date that I opened my Christmas sale to get a check. It takes more than one scene. Because you have fans that sit there and watch your site until they see you have a certain amount of scenes, and that's when they join.
Man, you'll have people subscribe to your site and then drop out.
Yeah.
And then come back in 3 months, subscribe to your site and then drop out. It's when you get 50 plus scenes, that's when it starts to crack a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Because once again, people want to binge on the site. They don't want to come off the site. And the key of it is to have the shit entertaining enough and variety enough that shit, they don't want to come off the site.
Right, man. And how man, 50 videos on a website is not going to keep you occupied for no kind of time. If you really, if you really doing it like you do, like, yeah, that's going to last you about a good week, maybe.
Shoot. And like I said, I mean, don't get it twisted. It's only owed to anybody that already seen it. But still, even in the kids, they're looking at how much content you actually have on there. Period.
Yeah, of course. Of course. When you hit 300, that's when you're in a real good rotation. And that's one of our first milestones that we're working towards. We're releasing our 100th scene in, I don't know if it's this week or the following week, I don't remember. But our 100th scene, but we got a lot more already, edited and ready to go in the can. It's just the 100th one on the site. But really, we're looking at 300, to just get it, like, that's where we need to be to really start making some good money.
Yeah, because the thing of it is, and also the packaging it. You don't want to drop them same day. You want to, like I said, y'all take the old school approach to it. Yeah, we're gonna give you a trailer to let you know what's coming.
Yep.
Period. While other motherfuckers, they drop that shit the same fucking day. Ain't no anticipation of any kind. So,
Right.
Period. That's why I say y'all have an old school approach and with a new age type thought process towards porn.
Well, honestly, it's because I have to give credit to the producers and the production companies that I've worked with before I started this, before, we all started this, because this is just what I'm used to, because this is what I'm used to seeing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, but we drop every Sunday night like clockwork. We haven't missed a Sunday night. And that's just the way it's going to always be. At some point, we're going to add on to the week instead of like decreasing. So instead of dropping one, we'll drop one Wednesday and one Friday or Sunday or whatever, however we decide to do it. But that's just how it'll go.
Now, people, my man sent me something via text, right? I pulled it up in the Dropbox. So we getting into the games, huh?
Sir.
We about to have games now. So this is the game portion of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Tell everybody what you got going on in the gaming side of porn.
All right, so this is something that we have not made public. Maybe one or two other people know. but we're starting to look into VR and Web 3.0. Web 3.0 is a whole different ball game. So we've had two games developed for our site once we start launching all that kind of stuff. Um, and they're both immersive and interactive. They're VR games. They're HTML5, which means that if you have an Oculus or any kind of VR headset, you're going to be able to log into our website and then be immersed into this game where you can grab her ass and squeeze her tits and
Yes,
um,
I saw that. I saw that.
yep. So that's the free version that's going to live on the free side of our site, but we also have a paid version that we have that you can actually, the avatar that you are in the game actually has sex with the girls. There's like 15 different huh?
Yeah, so y'all doing some Sims, like almost like some Sims shit for that part of it.
So it's not going to be Sims, it's going to be virtual.
Okay.
It's going to link up to a toy, and you're going to be able to put that toy over your shit, and whatever she's doing in the game, you'll feel it real life. It's going to be crazy, man.
Because I had this conversation with Larry Sky and his skin, and even a guy by the name of Trent Knox who deals in the gaming. And something he talked about. He was like, "Why there's not more porn games?"
Right.
Period. Um, because there's a niche there that can be hit. Period. Especially on the virtual reality side of things. Because I mean, think about it. You got what Liberty. You got the Grand Theft Autos, you got the Fortnites and whole nine. Why there's not gamage like that in the porn side of things? So you actually
Well,
take go ahead.
no, there is and there isn't. There's just not a lot of it, and people don't really know what to do with it. So I think it's just not there yet. The space isn't filled, and that's why
Some of
we're
the
trying to
ones
get.
I seen was kind of corny.
What's
but
that?
but the ones I've seen was kind of like corny-ish.
Right. Yep.
Y'all not once again. Theirs is not corny. It's kind of like, because even with the chick, she had a nice tits, the way she talked, even the way she had the nut in the face. It was like, okay, I can see if I was a gamer, me playing this shit. Versus if I was a gamer and I saw something, hell no, I wouldn't play that crap. You get where I'm coming from? It's like
Right.
it's y'all tap into the gamers mentality when you made this. So how did y'all get into that mindset for this to be designed? Because I mean,
Um.
because before you think about it. You can make a game that is kind of like not good. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I remember how people talked about the WWE game before this one post came out, how garbage it was. They were showing the images and stuff like that. With y'all, like I said, y'all's look good. It's like, yeah, I can see gamers playing this shit. But go ahead.
Well, so I met some dude. I think he was on Twitter randomly. He commented on something. I just checked on Blush Erotica, and I just checked out his profile, and I was like, "Huh, this dude does gaming." And like right around that time, or he a game developer. Right around that time, I had just bought the Oculus, and I just discovered this website where all these porn games were. And I played around with them, and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of neat. That's kind of cool." But the coolest thing to me was that I could go from I could just go to a web browser in the Oculus, type it in, and then all of a sudden I would be immersed into this game. I didn't have to download it. I didn't have to do any of that stuff. So I was like, damn, I got to find somebody who can make a game, build it into a website. And I just happened to find this dude on the fluke, man. This dude commented on some Blush Erotic or something. I checked him out. I was like, oh, hell no. And then I found out that he was one of the people that made one of the games that I played when I was like fucking around looking for porn games. So I was like, okay. So I started talking to him, and he never did a commission for anybody before. It was just him fucking around making games for himself and just putting them out there on the market. I was like, man, um, could you commission? Could I hire you to do something? And he was like, yeah. Gave me the price, so it was reasonable. And then I was like, what can I do with this game? Like, what's the capabilities? And he was just like, whatever you can dream up, man. It's virtual reality. So I could program it into the game. Just let me know what you wanted what you want to do. So we worked on it's been like 4 months probably in the making, going back and forth, him sending me updates and me playing the game in my Oculus and telling him, what's kind of wonky and what I want to get changed and this and that. And so we're probably gonna launch it in October. But it's dope, man. Like one of the games, you can fully customize the girl. You can make her skinny, fat, huge tits, small tits, change her eye, hair. You can change everything about her. You can put her in costumes, all kind of shit. So
Now I'm
it's
gonna ask
dope.
you this: if now this is a crazy thought. How would one try to get that on a console?
Well,
Because of course
go-
I'm sure they had to be played probably on the site itself. Um, but like let's say if you wanted to go about getting on a console, would you think one of the console actually would fuck with that?
no, well, no, because you have to in this game, like say you're in a garage, an empty garage, right?
Mm-hmm.
In this game, you put on your headset. And when you walk around the room, you're actually walking around inside the virtual room. So it's a virtual game. Like you're really immersed in it.
Yeah.
Everywhere you look, you're inside the game. You could walk to the walls, look at the picture. You could walk to the TV behind the model, watch the TV, you know. So there would be no way to simulate that in a system unless it's a virtual reality thing, you
No, no, no,
know.
no, no, I mean the virtual shoes. Cause think about it, you got the Oculus, which is what Nintendo, whatever.
Oh, I see.
You know where I'm coming from.
Yeah,
Because let's keep it 100. Virtual reality is the next step anyway.
absolutely.
Because I mean, think about it. It's like I'm pretty sure y'all thought about live action game, like
Yeah,
where the actual ladies, like y'all might film, they doing what they do, and he's in there feeling himself around or whatever. It's a lot of ways. It's a lot of places y'all can actually take it on the game side of things.
right.
Period. You know, because like I said, one, I think part of the reason why the porn video games ain't caught on because the right one ain't hit off, ain't hit yet. You feel me? Because it's kind of like with OnlyFans. You
Right.
have Pornhub. No one talked about Pornhub at all. And then
Right.
OnlyFans kicked off, and now you know what I'm saying. People talk about porn. Everybody want OnlyFans, what have you. Period. So, um, with the video game, where would it be available at? Where would people can go play it? You know, the other question is, do you have an avatar to where women can make men, or is that the
Ah,
next?
that's a good question. I don't, and that could be a thing. So to answer your first question, where they'll be able to play it, they'll simply just have to go to our website, and um there'll be just a tab that says VR game. They can click on the game. They'll
Mhm.
have to click on the box in on the website, and then it will unload the game onto your headset. So they don't have to download it. They don't have to do anything. All they have to do is go to our website. So there'll be a free version, and then there'll be a paid version behind the gated wall. The paid version is going to have all the sex and, just everything that you can think of that's going to make it fun. And girls going to be customizable and all that kind of stuff. So, and then, yeah, all of this stuff is next. But the thing is, we're not going to make any money off of it right now, and I'm not looking for that.
Yeah.
I just want to occupy the space while it's still early. Because let me ask you a question: have you thought about getting the Oculus, or do you have one?
Not yet. I'm not a gamer, no way. So I never really thought about getting it because I just have it.
Right.
No, period. But no, but it okay. It like this. The way that you're thinking is, if I build it, they will come. It's
Exactly.
I tell people,
Exactly. Yep.
you
Yep.
for example, when
Fill the dreams. Yep. Fill the
I
dreams.
have gotten a Patreon, even though my podcast hadn't been that old yet, I made it for when it does get hot. They got a place for the extra content. Now I'm not on Patreon no more. I'm on Spotify, where y'all can go listen and watch videos on Spotify now. Yeah, go as you listen to this. $4.99 a month, premium smoke room is all I'm gonna say. But but to me, you don't wait till it's demand for it. You already have it, so when the demand hit, it's good to go. I got merch. You know,
100%.
my merch is selling. It sold a couple of times, what have you. But the point being, I wasn't expected to make money off of it. It was to have it, so motherfuckers like the shit, they might copy.
Right. Dude, I got merch. I haven't sold one single thing. So you doing better than me.
You know,
So
period. But no,
get
like
it.
I said, but it's kind of like it's that theory, because at the end of the day, it's going to be a demand at some point.
At some point. Yes, sir.
And if someone likes the shit, I'm just saying it's next level thought. I
Pretty
mean, we
much. Yep.
have a sentient being, so
Right.
mm,
Yeah, but yeah, that's exactly it, man. If you build it, they will come. That's that's
yeah.
that's all it is, man. We know we're not gonna make money
So
off
I'm
of it. It's just gonna be fun for now.
so I'm gonna ask you this: outside of virtual reality, did you thought about maybe doing a sim type game or something of that nature, a different type
What?
video game, a different type video game? Like, let's say if this pops off, whatever type video games would you think about, or video type or style per se? Because
I'm
virtual reality is a style of video game.
I'm
But
not doing any more video games, or we're not doing any more video games after this. Our goal isn't to like start making video games. Our
mhm,
goal is to bring you to our site so you could discover all that our site has to offer. And VR and the people that occupy the space and have the Oculus, if that's one more person I can get to come and check out the site, that's what I'm looking for.
mhm.
So we're stopping at those two games, man. That's
You said
just
that's
how.
enough. You said that's just too much.
Hell yeah, man. We're not going all in like that. We just trying to make
Oh
a
no,
fun
no, no,
experience.
because it like this. Even with me as a businessman, I know you don't plan for it. It's even when it happens, you have to adjust to it. So it's always a possibility, the what if possibility.
Yep.
Okay, because as your site get high on the porn side, it's a good possibility that game might get hot. Because, like I said, you tap into two niches. You tap into porn and you tap into gamers. And gamers who will cross over that love porn. It's the same, no different than what the hell some of these companies are doing, hiring girls from OnlyFans to open Twitch pages. You feel what
Right.
I'm saying? Period. Gamers. She got
Right.
big tits. She looking all sexy. Got a little headphones on with the bunny ear, what have you, and she's playing a video game. So
Yep.
it's kind of it, it it's always a possibility that that shit might jump off, because one, not only that you may not be the first who did it, but you might have did it better.
Right.
You know where I'm coming
Right.
from? Like, yeah. So
Yep.
I'm just
Even if I'm in the first 100 people that did it, I'm happy with that.
yeah. So 'cause I'm sorry, I was sitting there like, what do you see me? I thought it was a trailer for something.
Nah, man.
Oh, VR game trailer. I said, hold the fuck up. But no, but see, it goes back to a conversation, a show that I did called New Reconstruction Era. And this is the opportunity for black folks to get on the ground floor of a lot of industry shit. And we get ownership. That was really about ownership.
Okay. You
You feel
said
me?
that's what now? It's a show you do?
No, it was a show that I did. I talked about a new Reconstruction Era. And
Okay.
for some of the listeners that are listening, the Reconstruction Era, the original Reconstruction Era, was when black folks was released, well, I can't even say released, they were freed from slavery. And they started running their own businesses and stuff of that nature. And due to a book and people in white sheets and
Right.
slave owners who was not happy that now I have to go buy groceries from Charlie, who I used to own his daddy. Um, they didn't like that. You had situations like that of Tulsa, like that of Wilmington, Black Wall Street being destroyed. I can go down the list. Now we're in an era where it's about computers, it's about the internet, it's clean energy, with podcasting. I can go down the list. And we're now at ground level to where we can get ownership and create generational wealth now. Because even porn is a part of that, if you want to be honest.
Right.
Because the door opened up for the content creator to actually flourish and make money, direct
Okay.
sales.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah. So and like I said, even to the point that it's you just blew my mind with the video game. Because I mean I get what you're saying, but it's what I'm hearing is a brother has a video game that's a porn video game.
Sir.
And a
A
porn
lot of
company which is head towards ABS status. Black excellence is thriving in goddamn
man.
erotica, and they don't even know it. And people don't even know it. That's the funny part.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. But man, more to your point that, of just like occupying this space, man, I think is important for I think that there's a real opportunity besides just the video game.
Mm,
There's a new internet on the horizon. And
yeah,
you might look at the Oculus Quest and all these VR things as gaming systems, but they are not gaming systems at all. It is the new internet. There's a
yeah,
brand new internet on its way. This internet is immersive, it's 3D, and like right now is the time to start looking in that space, period. So as black people, as creators, as everybody likes, if you're looking to make some extra money, you could look into building web3 websites and learning programs like Unity and Unreal Engine, which are the foundation of creating these worlds, because pretty soon, instead of going to Amazon.com to go shopping, you're gonna put on your headset and then
oh,
you're gonna go to an Amazon that's almost gonna look like a real physical store, and
yeah,
you're gonna shop that way. And that shit is coming fast.
yeah, because it just is because even to the point that I mean, I had talked about. I'm gonna do well, but by the time y'all hear this episode, go take your butt back to think episode would probably be 6 for the Blazing Goddess Hour in the Premium Smoke Room, where we talked about the future of porn because of the announcement of this Google bot that everyone been talking about. And I read the transcript. They put a voice to it that this motherfucker, this thing sound like an actual sentient being. The shit that we've been seeing in the movies, all that with artificial intelligence, uh, figuring out that it exists. Okay.
Yeah,
And
all day.
yeah, and it's kind of like when you think about that, yeah, we heading towards that way because now the experience is going to be totally different. You know, and in a way that shit, like I remember I saw a movie where a dude was cheating with a dude, and they weren't even together. They were in virtual reality, and they were in a suit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
But that's here right now.
yeah,
You can already buy a suit that you can feel every movement that someone else. If someone rubs your arm, you'll feel that sensation on your arm.
yeah. Because it's to the point, like I love the show Westworld. You know,
Right.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, a lot of that shit is already here. We
actually,
just don't know about it yet.
yeah. See, yeah. I see. Me and you had to chop it up on the episode. It's a 10 cap episode because I have my 10 hat be tingling a lot, bro. Cause when I heard, cause like I said, is the interesting part of it is that if that isn't true, if that being is that body truly is sentient, it's interesting what's about to happen in the next 10, 20 years. It's gonna
Yeah,
be,
man.
it's gonna
Man,
be.
if you look back 20 years, a lot has happened already. So,
Yeah.
and it just snuck up on us, like,
About this,
just
Dick Tracy was talking on his watch. What was it? Captain Kirk was talking on his watch. Guess what? We call people on our watch.
man, all that shit, all that shit,
Yeah,
all
man.
that shit, man. Remember hologram fucking concerts,
Yes.
just all kind of shit. Like, man, it's here, it's here. But
Yeah.
like right now is the ground level of that stuff. Like, that's why I was saying Unity, Unreal Engine. I'm not like promoting them at all. I'm just saying that those are two amazing tools that you could use to like build the whole new internet.
Yeah. Because trust me, it's because I even talking to Tadpole, he was doing the VR with his gangbangs and stuff, and I said, I mean, that's the direction where it's heading. So it's kind of smart to get ahead of the curve, don't you think?
Yep, yep. Yeah, I know. I've seen Tadpole Studios on VR porn and sex like real.
Yeah, that's why I said to me, if you have the technology to do it, do it. Because if eventually it's going to be a demand for it, and you already got it, you
Yep.
ain't scramble to get it. Period. And that's also why I tell people you come into this as a businessman, especially if you a dude, because women have advantages walking in that we don't.
Hell yeah.
Don't.
Hell yeah.
We don't. So
Yep.
if you ain't got your business cap on, you ain't gonna make money, nor would you last in this business.
Oh no, you ain't gonna last at all. If you don't come in the right way, your ship is gonna sink
Yeah.
quick.
And you even spoke to it when it came to the male talents. It was like, listen to what he said. Dependable. Oh, great to work with. Oh, did if you're not getting that from these producers, dude, you ain't gonna get no work. And you damn sure ain't gonna get no chicks.
Right, right,
So, yeah,
right. And it's important to come in through a producer. If you can't come in through female talent, you gotta come in through a producer, or you ain't coming in the door at all, really. Male talent every now and then can bring in other male talent, but for the most part, like,
yeah. So with that being said, I'm gonna ask you this then. Because you have a lot of dudes that holler at the chick about breaking the business. I said in a post, I said, stop hollering at the chicks. No, holler at the dudes in the business. Because they can
right.
tell you how to move and what it takes to make money as a man in this business. Can you speak to that?
Yeah. What it takes to make money as a man, as a producer, as like a producer, cameraman, or it's so many different angles. I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
Well, put it this way, when it comes to the producer, director in your position, because you can speak to that, you can't really speak to it as a talent per se.
right. What does it take to make money?
Yeah.
To be diverse and to understand how the game works and understand how the algorithm works with marketing your stuff and being fucking patient as fuck, and being hungry and persistent, and to just keep going. That's really that's really it. Because I think most people think coming in the door they're just gonna make a whole bunch of money doing this shit. There's only two ways to make money. You could charge for your services as a cameraman, or you can start building up content and just know this is gonna take a long time.
Yeah, because the difference between if you're a producer slash talent versus you just a producer, when you're a producer, you got to actually find the dick.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
you,
definitely.
you got to
But
find
see,
the dick. So that makes your job a little bit harder because now I have to find guys that are fucking dependable that can hold their own on this camera.
right. Well, and that's why like that it's important. Well, I won't say it's important, but like you it's no, I will say it's important. It's important for you to find somebody that you could work with. Like Chris Cardio is my main dude from day one to this is over with. Like I swear by him. Only thing about Chris Cardio is he doesn't fucking travel. So anytime I'm on the road, I gotta like find somebody else. But that's why I have, people like Alfonso Lays who I rock with every time I'm out of town. I have Sean Dam that, he shows up to a good a lot of the events.
You just
Now
named
I
it
got Billy,
top 10.
I,
It's like you just named it off the top 10. Like
what's that?
I say, you naming off the top 10 male porn stars. Like, yeah, cardio, yeah, what I'm saying, Sean Dam, yeah.
I mean, but those are my dudes though.
No, but it speaks because you're not dealing. Okay, put it this way: you ain't dealing with lames. And what I mean
Nah.
by lames is not only they cool, the motherfuckers do the job.
Hell yeah. I mean, everybody puts in work. That's what makes it a beautiful collaboration. Even
Yeah.
Will Tile, it's hard to get nowadays because he's always booked and always doing his thing. But I used to rock with him. Like all of these people are solid people. They're there to work, and that's what makes it happen.
Yeah, I'm just, yeah. So I done held you on here, bro. I know you're a busy man. So tell everybody where they can spend money on Blush Erotica.
They can go to blusherotica.com and sign up for a membership. That's first and foremost. Anything else, I would say mini vids, blusherotica.com. It just all depends on how you view your porn. Um, we're pretty much anywhere. I would say Google us and you'll find us. You'll find us.
Yeah. You don't feel good to say Google me, motherfucker.
Kinda, yeah, it does, man.
Yeah. I'm to that point now. Nah, just Google smoke this over.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Or even to the point of BCM Triple X, because that's my point. That was my porn company.
Okay.
Active. I was active. Now I live vicariously through the talents and you people. You know. So, with that being said, people, you know how we do this. We end this all the damn time. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience? You didn't learn anything. Smoke this over. Thank you for coming, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. As always, look forward to having this conversation this time next year or sooner if you'll have me again.
Oh, it'll be sooner. Trust me.
So,
I like talking to
so-
you. So, yes, it'll be sooner.
all right, man. Sounds good.